I did this 20-minute interview with the New York Times and talked about a lot of places where I think the Democrats are out of touch or just not trusted on issues. And they picked out this quote about trans women in sports. But I do think it was a problem that Harris really just didn't even have a response to this vicious, hateful ad that honestly Republicans clearly had data to say it was successful because they put $200 million behind it or something. And when you can't even respond to that, then A, it's bad politics because they can just clobber you over the head with it and win on issues like that. But also it does a real disservice to the communities that only the Democratic Party will be there to protect. Because if we just cede the ground to Republicans and let them get their hateful policies through because we don't even have a reasonable response, then they win. That's dangerous for our party politically, but it's also dangerous for exactly the folks like trans people and trans kids who genuinely need our support and protection.
The Biden administration puts out a compromise policy on trans athletes to try to answer some of the concerns that people have and some of the attention that it gets while trying to stave off outright hateful Republican bans. Joe Biden did what I think you're asking Democrats to do, to try to kind of enter this contentious issue, try to have the debate, and try to kind of signal some kind of compromise. The problem, right, is that like Democrats aren't obsessed with this issue. Republicans have a strategy of elevating, drawing attention to, making salient this issue to try to make us talk about this issue. Sarah McBride, about to start in Congress. She didn't come saying, I'd like to talk about where I'm going to go to the bathroom, please. That's Nancy Mace, and Republicans are thrusting it upon us.
You're right, John. There's no question that Republicans are the ones bringing up these issues, badgering us over the head about it, right? I mean, we never had a problem with bathroom policy until Nancy Mace makes a huge issue of it. And it's obviously an effort to just attack this one path-breaking woman who's coming to Congress. But the problem is, again, that if we just don't even have a response, then they're going to keep doing this because it works for them. The fellow Democrats' response to my even just raising the issue was no, there's no room for debate here. You can't even bring that up. I mean, the backlash really proved the broader point that I was trying to make.
You did say it in a pretty dickish way. You said, I don't want my daughters overrun by a man on the football field. Like, that sucks. You didn't exactly invite the best version of the debate yourself.
But this is the problem, John. Like, if you step back from this discussion, right, and just hear two Democrats talking about the precise word choice and whether it was sensitive or not, which I agree wasn't the most, maybe perhaps the most sensitive words. Like, this is exactly how a lot of Americans feel that the Democrats are out of touch and that we are obsessing on these things rather than just having a reasonable discussion. I mean, yeah, not everyone is going to get the terminology exactly right, even, fellow Democrats, and I'll take that criticism. But we got to be able to take on the issues.